Hello, I'm Kpop. Welcome to another video. This one is about the game that I made for the Blackthornprod Game Jam. For those who don't know what a game jam is, it's an event in which people come together to create a video game based on a secret theme that is revealed at the start of the event. A game jam has a time constraint also. Usually they last a few days depending on the host. This one lasted a week. Another restriction for this jam was that all the art of the game has to be done from scratch. That is, the characters, the UI elements, the music, the animation, all that stuff. Now that the intro is done, let's begin. First, the theme for this jam was less is more. Before knowing the theme, I wanted to experiment and make a game in which you have to control the character using your voice. So, the challenge here was not the theme itself, but rather how can I merge that with this mechanic. After drawing some concept art to inspire me, I came up with an idea. A game in which you have to climb up and down a tower, collect keys and open a door to get out of there. The concept is simple, but with the voice as a controller, it becomes a different experience. The concept of the game was done, but it didn't fit the theme of the jam. So I say, well, what if I make only one level, and on top of that, what if the only direction that the player can go is up? That means that if the player has to explore an area, he will need to use all the tools that the level provides to him. That was a less is more challenge that I put myself, that is related to game design. But what about the game? Well, the only way to move up is to use your voice. So, if you stop using your voice, the gravity will pull you down. That means, the less you interrupt your chanting, the more you can stay afloat. With all the jam constraints out of the way, it was time to actually make the game. For that, the first thing that I had to do was getting the voice input from a microphone and put that in a format that I can work with. Fortunately, Unity has a class called audio source that enables you to use a microphone instead of a clip to reproduce audio in the game. That, combined with the microphone class itself, pretty much solved the problem of capturing the audio. The hard part was to process the data and turn it into values that I can use as a controller for the character. After a very complete tutorial, link in the description, I decided to go with the raw frequency data of a section of the audio spectrum, because that can provide a smooth movement for the player based on the intensity of the voice. Great, the controller was on. Next, it was time to make the only level of the game. I decided to make a tower with rotating platforms, so the player has to go up and down between these platforms to explore the tower and collect the keys. But because it's only one level, it can get boring very quickly. So I decided to procedurally generate the level every time you play it, except for the first two platforms that serve as a tutorial. Now that the tower was finished, I had to make the other things for the game. First, I made the exit door in Blender, added to it some color, light and particle effects inside Unity. Then I make the key and add a material to it to make it yellow. Then for the tower, I made some deformed faces to put there and make them animated to get in and out of the tower walls, all to add a spooky vibe to the level. I made a lot of other little tweaks for improving the visual aspects of the game, but I will not cover them. I don't really like making long ass videos. After all of the art, of course, I had to write some sweet code to tie all together. With all the gameplay and visual aspects completed, the last thing to do was the main menu. So I opened GIMP and started to work on the UI. I designed the buttons, the main menu background and the loading screen. When all of that was done, I replaced the placeholder with the real art, added music that I made with a very cool program, link in the description, and boom, the game was on. This is the final result. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe and to give love to all the people of the earth. If you want me to explain more in depth something that you have seen in one of my videos, just write it in the comments. With all of that said, see you in the next video. Bye.